What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Inside the Horseshoe. I am Matt, and today I'm going to be talking about TJ Carey, and I'm going to be talking about whether I would want to keep him, whether I think the Colts want to keep him, and ultimately, will the Colts bring back TJ Carey? All exciting stuff. So for those who don't know, TJ Carey has played one season as an Indianapolis Colt. It was a prove it type season. And we're of course going to pull up the stats because that's what we do here. So as we see, he's was in Oakland. He played in Cleveland the 2 seasons before, and then he ended up in Indy. His total number of tackles, those did drop from his times in Cleveland. But to be fair, he didn't play as much as, like a Xavier Rhodes did. If he played more, I'm sure he would have gotten more tackles. 25 of those 32 were solo. He had 7 assisted tackles. He had a fumble recovery, which I believe he returned it for 25 yards. And then he had a career high 2 interceptions, which one of them was that pick six, which was his only pick six in the Minnesota Vikings game. So numbers in certain areas have dropped, but in other areas he had career highs, or he was, one away from being a career high. And this was all from not starting. We do have to keep that in mind. He was somebody who did not start most of the time. He came in when needed, and just watching him play, to me, when he came in and he had to play, he was very reliable. He was somebody that I felt confident in when he went out on the field, that he was not going to get blown, and he would be able to make some stops when needed, and he was going to make it harder for the quarterback to make a pass. Um, I will be honest, when we did sign him, I was a little worried, but he proved me wrong. And I was very happy Chris Ballard made the decision to bring in TJ Carey. So now, do the Colts bring in TJ Carey for another season? Do we bring him back? Because, like I said, it was a prove it deal. And to me, for what he was used for, I thought he proved it. Now, if I was Indianapolis, I would bring him back because it's about depth. That is very important to me for every key position, which is your quarterback, your receiver, your offensive line, your run game, your defensive front, and your cornerback. You need that depth. You need to have guys that you can bring in, whether there's an injury or somebody is just not performing where they need to, where you could bring that guy off the bench and you can feel very confident that he is going to do just fine. So that's why depth to me is super important. And TJ Carey provides that. He brings depth with him. And to me, I take that very serious. And as far as what I've seen with TJ Carey, unless I'm not thinking of a play or two, he has been reliable when brought in, and he has done good things for us. Um, so that's why I would bring him in. He is 30 years old, but really, I think he's still got a few years left in him. I think you can sign him a 2-year deal and he'll perform at a high level, or as high as he can. I feel like he fits our defense real well. So that's another good thing. And then after that second year, maybe he'll start falling off a little bit. I don't know. But at least I think for the next 2 years, he's going to be able to perform where you would want your guys that will come off the bench will. Obviously, we have Xavier Rhodes, we have Kenny Moore, we have Rock Ya-Sin, and Marvell Tell is coming back. So he's probably not going to play as much, even if he did come back. So that could play a factor into whether he comes back or not, because I feel like he performed well enough where he will get picked up if we don't take him. I believe he was actually brought in for a visit or an interview with the Saints. So obviously that's a good thing for him. I don't know what they would use him for. I don't know if it's going to be a similar, usage as we would use him for in Indy if he went to New Orleans. So I don't know. Now, do I think the Colts would bring him back? I think it depends. With the Colts, we're going to have Kenny Moore, obviously, Xavier Rhodes. We'll have a Rock still, and hopefully Rock can get to where we want him to be. Because if Rock doesn't get to where he needs to be, you're going to start hearing rumors of he's not going to get re-signed after his fourth season. So he needs to perform at a high level. And I think he realizes that. And I do think we're going to see a better version of Rock. But we also have Marvell Tell coming back, who was drafted in 2019. So he's only 24 years old. So it's a little different with TJ Carey. So plus, I think the Colts are really considering Richard Sherman. I think we could see a Richard Sherman signing happen in the next week or two. I really believe that could happen. Because he kind of fits the Chris Ballard mold anyway when it comes to some of the players he brings in. He's a little older, yes, coming off an injury. He's going to be cheap, but he has proven to have success in the past. So it is a little different. Would they bring him back? I think they would, because like I said, he has done enough for me at least to where I would bring him back. And I think Indy thinks the same. I think Chris Ballard would bring him back. But the question is, how much are we going to have to pay him? Because if New Orleans comes in with an offer that is a little bit too high for Chris Ballard, let's say TJ Carey gets a 6-year deal or a $6 million deal. That's something Chris Ballard won't do. I think Chris Ballard would only bring TJ Carey back for 3.5, 4 at the very most. That's what I'm thinking. And 6 is a hypothetical number. I don't think the Saints are going to bring him back. That's just a hypothetical thing. But still, if he wants more money than what Chris Ballard is willing to give, there's no way Chris Ballard will bring him back. So at the end of the day, will they bring them back? I'm going to say the Colts will not bring back TJ Carey. I just feel like they're not going to want to pay him what TJ Carey probably wants. They have Marvell Tell coming back. There's potential for a Richard Sherman signing too. So if I had to guess, even though I would bring him back, Chris Ballard will not pull the trigger and bring him back, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, but at this moment, I do not see Chris Ballard making the move to bring in TJ Carey. I hope I'm wrong. I hope later today I look on the news and TJ Carey has been brought back. I really hope so. But I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're new, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It helps bring this to more Colts fans. Thumbs down if you don't like it, because, we all are, okay to have an opinion. It's our right, So thumbs it up, thumbs it down. Do what you want to do. I'm fine either way. And comment below. Do you want TJ Carey? Is TJ Carey somebody that you would want to bring back? Comment below, let me know, and I will get back to you when I wake up, because I work thirds and I gotta hit the hay. So, before I go, we do have a new show coming out Thursday on this channel. This is a show that was on a different channel, but I felt like bringing it in would be a much better option, because I feel like the show would fit better here than it did on the other channel, and that is our Inside the Horseshoe podcast. The channel is obviously named after the show. I've been planning on bringing it back, and we're making it official. Inside the Horseshoe podcast will come in. It is not a specifically Colts related podcast. I'll be talking about them, obviously, because of Carson Wentz. But we'll be talking about the NFL in general. We'll be talking about some of the big signings. It's free agency stuff. And then later on, we're going to do a mock draft for the show. And we're going to take a break until preseason time. That way we can give our division predictions and who's going to, finish first, second, third, fourth, yada, 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 and what the records are going to be. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you all for tuning in. I've been Matt, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.